I know this might come as a shock, but most of us are not living the life that we were created for. So many of us have been rejected, misunderstood, even forgotten. And I'm talking about the enemy's tactics, the rejection and the hurt and the wounds that he has inflicted in us. He wants to keep us there. He wants us to stay stuck. But I've got news for you, sister. You are not going to stay there. This is for the woman who feels like she's been overlooked, underestimated, and forgotten. I see you. This is for the woman who has been scorned by her peers, rejected by society, and ridiculed by the world. I see you. This is for the woman who feels like a complete failure, whose self-worth has been battered and bruised by the storms of life. I see you. I see your pain. I feel your hurt. I understand your tears. And if no one else does, I do. If your story is anything like mine, then you can relate to the pain of feeling unseen, unheard, unloved, unwanted, and lonely. Today, we're going to talk about 4 steps of faith that Hannah did when she felt rejected, when she felt lonely, when she felt like giving up. Because if her story can restore her, it can restore you too. In the Bible, Hannah was an overlooked woman who became the mother of Samuel, the greatest judge and prophet of Israel. Let me tell you, her story is nothing short of extraordinary. Living in a patriarchal society, she faced more than her fair share of challenges. The biggest one, she couldn't have a baby. Not only that, but she had a rival, a woman named Peninnah, who taunted her, mocked her, and just made her feel worse about herself. Hannah was so heartbroken that she would have rather died than live with the pain of her infertility. She poured out her heart to God, crying out for a son. And in that moment of utter despair and hopelessness, God heard her cry. You see, Hannah went through 4 major steps of faith, which helped her to go from pain to purpose. No, 1, she acknowledged her pain. She didn't try to pretend that everything was fine when clearly it wasn't. In her pain, she poured out her heart to God. There's power in acknowledging our pain, in being honest about how we truly feel. When we try to pretend that we're okay when we're obviously not, we end up hurting ourselves even more. Hannah knew that in order to heal, she needed to first acknowledge her pain. No, 2, she cried out to God. Even though Hannah was a woman of faith, she allowed herself to cry out to God in her pain and anguish. This teaches us that it's okay to cry out to God in our pain. We don't have to pretend that we're strong all the time. It's okay to ask God for help when we're struggling. Hannah cried out to God in her pain, and he heard her. No, 3, she made a vow. When Hannah received her answer, she vowed to give back to God what he had given her. She vowed that if God gave her a son, she would dedicate him to God's service. You see, making this vow was a way for Hannah to show God that she was grateful for his answer. It was also a way for her to remind herself that God had answered her prayer. Hannah's vow was a way for her to stay focused on God and his promises. And isn't that what we all need in our lives? To stay focused on God and his promises. Number 4, she trusted in God's timing. Hannah knew that God was in control, even when things didn't make sense, or when she didn't have all the answers. She trusted that God had a plan for her life, even if she couldn't see it. Trusting in God's timing is hard, but it's necessary. We have to believe that God is in control, even when things are tough or when we don't have all the answers. Hannah trusted in God's timing, and he saw her through her pain and into her purpose. You see, God wants us to trust in him, not just to pray to him. He wants us to believe that he can see us through our pain and into our purpose. Hannah's story is a reminder that no matter how difficult our circumstances may seem, God is in control. He can see us through our pain and into our purpose. If Hannah could trust in God's timing and find her purpose, so can we. I want you to say this with me. I am not going to stay in my pain. I'm not going to stay in my hurt. I am going to trust in God's timing because He can see me through my pain and into my purpose. No matter what you're going through right now, please hold on to God because He can see you through it. He can use you. He can help you. He can deliver you. Just trust in His timing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending some time with me here today. I hope that this message has blessed you and that you will apply it to your life. Remember, you are not alone. God sees you, He hears you, and He loves you. And I'll see you next time.